All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Glory be to God. My name is Raul. It's Lifted Noise. So, yeah, I kind of wanted a reason to come on and stream. I always do. I want some kind of reason to stream. I enjoy it. So today, I am just using the MPC as a sound module going into the the SP MK2. So I have a couple of key groups like loaded up, and then I also have an instance of hype coming out the MPC, and I'm just gonna make a beat like this. And part of the reason why I say I'm looking for a reason to stream is the last stream I did, I had my phone overheating because I do all my streams with my phone, and I kind of wanted to test out some variables and stuff, because with my last stream, one thing that was different is I purchased a new USB hub so I can put a few more things going into my phone. It's an M Audio. It's an M Audio, was it Air Hub? So it's got like 3 USBs in it, and then I also have another USB thing going in my phone over here, and I got like a USB keyboard, which, you know what, I should unplug that because that's just another variable. I got a USB mouse. I have a USB webcam, and then what else do I have here? You know, it's got out to the monitor, and then I had this light, so I'm gonna keep this light unplugged because I think that's pretty much the only difference. And I want to see how long this goes until my phone overheats. Hopefully it doesn't, because I haven't had any issues up until my last stream, which I made some changes. I've been just doing this and I've been good. So yeah, so and I'm gonna make this beat today just using, I think just using the resample method. Not even gonna go into the pattern sequencer. PM26, what's good? Yeah, just in here, if you just jumped in, man, I'm using the MPC solely as a synth, as a sound module. So it's just over here to the side. I got the Oxygen Mini plugged in USB to the MPC just to control the sound, and then the MPC's audio inputs just going into the SP. So I've got a few key groups, and I got Hype Synth up. I might load up Selena, because I haven't really messed with that too much. You won't see the MPC other than the corner right here. I don't got a camera on it. Yeah, it's just the sound module as of right now. So, you know what else we got? Odyssey. I'll leave it on Odyssey. So I don't know how much I'll use that, but I'm starting out with this. I got like a guitar sound. Yeah, and then so I'm just going to be using a resample method. So I want to set the metronome on, so you could do that by holding shift and then pad 9, and it activates when you hit record. Here's my tempo up here with this control knob 1. I'm gonna go about 80 BPM, and then I want to see, I don't know if this will, how this works exactly, but I'm gonna turn the count in. So you can set it to 1 measure, shift pad 10. If you click it again, 2 measures, and then wait. And I guess I don't really need a count in. So if I just put it to wait, it's clicking anyway. So I'll try to play to that. And I really haven't had too much. Well, let me just shut up and play. But what's good, everyone? Come in and chat, man. I'm just trying to hang out for a minute as I have a moment and see if my my live streaming rig right now setup will actually, if it actually be dependable. Okay, so I gotta select the pad first. Okay, I'm just gonna practice a little bit till I come up with something like that. AF Major Beast was good. Yeah, just on here, man. Just winging it, just chilling. Let's have a chat. Just wanted to hang out. I just feel like if I have a moment, rather than just making a beat to myself, might as well just get on and share that moment with you guys. And also, I mean, it helps out with the skills, I think, to just be on the spot as well. And yeah, it just also not really caring whether it's perfect or not, So just being able to be kind of vulnerable, you guys can see all my flaws and my skills. Doesn't have to be just this polished perspective and all that, but Anyways, we all love making music. That's why we're here, right? So this chord. There's a whole nother thing playing this metronome. Okay, let's just try to get some out. So, selecting my pad. Again, like I always turn my mic off first. Okay, that's something. So I got that there. DJ Rack, what's up? It's a little off. Let's do it again. Let's just do simple chords, I guess, just like. Maybe a little faster. Got my mic in there. So. Resample. Still try to do these by themselves. Right here. Okay. Big Will Beats, what's up? Because actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I'm gonna use pattern sequencer. How many bars was that? I think that was like, I think it was at least 4 bars. Let's go. And then BPM 80. And then just record. Yeah, good to see you too, Big Will. Okay. Alright, so okay. So the problem, like I had them looping in the just on the banks. And I think the problem with looping two things together on the banks is if your start and end points aren't like exactly on, they're gonna slowly drift out of tempo. And I was just playing them back like that so that I could, you know, try to play along with a new part. But yeah, so that's just one thing to note. But if I were to resample them and together and then just loop that, then it should be good. Okay, so I decided to put them on a pattern. I mean, I could have resampled instead of backtracking. Like I said earlier, I said I was not going to use the pattern sequencer. I could, well, let's just demonstrate that. So I could just, so resample, put on pad 3. Okay, so now they're on one pad, so I shouldn't have trouble looping it and those two drifting out of sync with each other. happened to that? I had a choir on that, and I like morphed it somehow. It's kind of nice though. Pori Tajik, Your Dreams Online. What do you mean? Kind of like that. I like that sound though, and let me bring something else in though. Maybe a bass line. What would be good for a bass line? MPC Synth bass line might work, but I think what was a good one? I mean, Hype might have something. Mellotron Odyssey. There's some basses in here. Bass presets. Oh, did I just? I think I just. Oh, I'm gonna have to undo that because I. Whatever, it doesn't. It all sounds good. Okay. Odyssey, and then some kind of bass, classic bass. J. Cleveland Green II. You got a quick question? How do you get the Omnisphere to play in the MPC Live? I have no idea. I actually don't think you can play Omnisphere in the MPC Live because that's a software VST, which I've actually never used, and I don't use computers for making beats at all anymore at this point in my life. Just MPC standalone. So if you're asking about getting it in the MPC software, I don't have an answer for you. I mean, simple. It should be simple enough if I looked at it, but yeah, I just don't look at it. I don't have it in front of me, so I couldn't tell you. But you do. I mean, you have a lot of synths to explore, you know. Especially if you got 2.10 installed, you have bassline, electric, Hype, Mellotron, Odyssey, Solina, tube synth. Then you have the drum synth. So you got a lot going there. So don't sleep on it if you're standalone. Brian Wally, what's up? Hey, my bro, good to see you. We passing in the night, but wanted to say hey before I crashed out. I'm gonna watch for a few minutes before we'll have to catch the rest in the morning. All right, that's what's up, man. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it's just it's a little different time for me because I've been doing like this super late night or early morning after I come home from work. But it is a holiday weekend. I just happen to have some time to myself over here at the house, so just decided to jump on and also test the integrity of my live stream setup. Seems to be good 20 minutes in. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I just had made a couple of different changes. Like I added some different variables to the setup in my last stream, and then my phone ended up overheating quite a few times. So I unplugged one of the things I thought might be the culprit, and we'll see how that goes. It's been going well with me as long as I don't do too much in this app. This is a live stream app called Camera-Fi Live. It's on Android, and other issues that I noticed with it is like when I did the camera change angle, and so instead I decided to do just do a picture-in-picture and just leave it alone as much as possible and just scroll through the chat when I need to respond and talk to you guys, and that's about it. So it's been good up until like I said, those little variables. So I try to subtract them from this one and see if that may be the issue. Just troubleshooting live, you know, as I'm doing some beat making here. Just got what? Okay. Yeah, no doubt, Jay Cleveland. Sample the key group. Could always, yeah, you could always do some auto sampling. Big Will plus effects plugs. Okay, and then AF Major looks like he's got a response for you. I am curious to check out the software. I'm actually, because of the issues that I've been having with my streaming to my phone, you know, there's always something different going on, like something that triggers it, whatever it is. And I go back and forth thinking about upgrading to, like, I bought a YOLO Box Live. If you guys heard of it, I don't know how many of you are actually interested in streaming, but I bought one of those and I never actually used it for a stream. I tried to set it up and I was having audio issues. I just couldn't even monitor any audio at all with like my USB camera. That's how I go in, because it's also an audio interface. And then plugging it direct into the audio input of the YOLO box was way too what's the word, out of sync, and I'm not trying to deal with that, whatever that kind of fixes. I know a lot of those devices are like that, where sometimes they have some kind of adjustment so you can sync the audio. But for $800, nearly $900, I decided, and I thought it was gonna be super simple because it was like easy, it's all laid out, like it was awesome looking, but I just didn't go through with it. So I'm back to my phone setup. But yeah, having that issue. My last stream, like, man, I want to buy a computer. So I've been thinking about a Mac Mini, possibly for the streaming, and that opens up more for me because I do want to have like guests on the show or on the channel sometimes, and I just can't do it with this setup as far as I know. So hopefully that'll be in the future. And then also I want to get the MPC software on there and explore it a little bit, at least, like, because I've been working on like trying to make some key groups and an expansion pack. So I know I need to use the software in order to like finalize it and make it like real legit with like all the previews in there. And then I'm hoping by the time that I get my expansion ready, that maybe that Akai has done some improvements with key groups and actually have listened to what I've had to say, and I don't know if they're paying attention at all. Make some kind of expansion browser player as a synth plugin. Make that a synth plugin, and then integrate this streaming so that those plugins can be readily, or those key groups can be readily available straight from the main screen or the program edit within that synth key group plugin. You know what I mean? Rather than having to load stuff up, because I've been saying this endlessly over and over. It's just a vibe killer. So that's why I decided to try out this little setup. So I'm using the MPC as a sound module. I'm not even using a sequencer. And this way I could actually have a bunch of key groups already loaded up and then kind of scroll through them. And it kind of mimics a sound module because I have easy access until I figure out what it is that I want to use. Omnisphere will not install on the MPC platform. You can put your MPC in controller mode and open Omnisphere in 2.0 software, but that is just extra work. Oh, so you can't even use it as a plugin? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, no, that's not what you're saying. It'll open up in there, but yeah, not standalone is what you're saying. Can you sample from your computer plugin? Yeah, I'm not sure. Someone in here might have the answer for you. So yeah, you can have an instance, say you're using the software. You could have a instance of Omnisphere, like a plugin, and use the auto sampler right in there with the software, and then have that available so you can load up in standalone. Extra work. You have HypeSynth on the unit, so you feel like HypeSynth is because I've never used Omnisphere. HypeSynth is a valid contender against Omnisphere. Big Will beats he +1's that. Cooper Marshall was good. Mac Joseph, did I say what's up? Okay. So I was going for a bass line, right? And you guys use Odyssey? Looking for a nice little bass plugin, a bass preset. These are nice, but not really my flavor usually. Usually go for something that's, you know, subby and not too much mid-range or high range at all. This is a preset called Tuba. Huh. If my phone does start overheating, I was thinking about getting like a fan, just have it blowing over here. I did just get some kind of signal that said my stream was buffering, but it went away pretty quick. I ain't really getting too many of those lately, but that was a separate issue that I kept having before, where my stream would just cut out. It wouldn't do the overheating thing, but it would just cut out, and then like it'd be choppy. So you guys wouldn't see me for a minute. It would still be live, and then on the replay of the video, it'd just be like really choppy. So I use a few presets and MPC plugs, but I don't have hardware. Stairs and SP-404 MK2 Dreams. Yeah, I mean they're coming. They're starting to come, right? People are getting their SPs. I'm wondering where Linda's son is. He sent me a comment, said his is on his way. He got the shipping notification from Zounds, and he was like, I think he had said that he was like number 99 of 100, because they're like, I think each store was getting a first shipment of like 100 units. But anyways, let's go. Cooper Marshall, why do you hate the sense that it comes with? Do you have 2.10 connected? Because you got so much more, and these synths sound pretty cool, though. I mean, I'd admit I'm not really like I really don't spend too much time inside of synths. I don't have too much experience with it because it's not like my go-to sound that I'm attracted to. I like the sound of it, but I usually just, I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time. But yeah, I go for acoustic sounds mainly. But I like messing with this synths like here, just like for flavor. But yeah, I mean, these are cool. One thing I noticed is that I was tweaking like some of these settings on this choir preset, and I was hoping, it seems like it doesn't really, it's not like real time when I'm tweaking so I turn a knob and then I press, if I let go and I press again, it sounds completely different. That would be much better if it was like, if I could hold the key down. So what you can't see right here, well, you can kind of see me over here. So I want to do the routing, just the external in. Let's get this ready. I really like, I kind of want to do one of those 30-day beat challenges again, because as you see me, I'm like just over here tweaking and playing different like melodies and stuff, and that's usually how it goes. I never make up my mind, so I'll probably sit here this whole stream and just have just this, and now I've made my mind up at all. But with those 30-day beat challenges, if you want to get them done, you got to like make musical decisions quickly. You know, you go through those musical ideas and just pick one and then move on. But I think I get too attached to the process and those like different ideas and stuff. I'm like uncertain which to pick, which is really annoying because I had something earlier that sounded good and now it's not even in my mind like how to do it. And I had like a sound kind of like dialed in, and I'm not finding that sound anymore. Yeah. Well, the presets are there just to tweak. Some of them sound, I mean, they're a good starting point. I don't know how to make a synth sound from scratch. I've never tried. Bill Gates recipes? No, I'm not sure what that is, Cooper. I see what I'm doing. So I'm changing oscillator 1 on and I'm in hype synth. So I actually think those are, I never really jumped into this, but it looks like they're different waveforms. I think these are audio files that are like in the code deep in there somewhere, like hidden. Because this is like, I don't know if this is modeling or what. Like, what kind of technology is this? Like this sound? Is it a wave file? Bryant, would you know? I know you know quite a bit about synths. So what's going on with hype synth? I would like to know more about it. I would like to hear someone talk about like what makes hype synth. What's it built out of? I bet I could find that somewhere, but I feel like oscillator 1, I straight up, there's different names and I'm just going through, like this one's choir it's kind of like a preset within a preset. So I'm not changing the preset at all, I'm changing the oscillator within the preset. And I think there's 2 oscillators in this. Yeah, this is like there's some reverb, some delay on this. Okay. Hey, Brian Wally, I appreciate it. Hype synth can be sample or waveform based. So yeah, those waveforms are in there somewhere. So they're using some kind of disk streaming for that. They must be, because they got those little folders that you had to install with 2.10 in order to get the extra synthesizers, synth plugins to work in the MPC. Cooper Marshall, that's one technique I love doing, is just using a single cycle waveform to make sense using the sampler. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Where I first saw that was like, what was this dude's name? Da Vinci, like the soliloquist of sound. I don't really know that group or anything too much more about, other than I remember seeing dude like take a snare on like an MPC 2000 and like really shorten it until it's like looping just super fast. It's just a little bit of it, and then playing that, like adding effects on it, and then making that sound like some sort of synth, or actually I think he made it sound like a guitar, and he was doing guitar solos on the MPC using a snare sample. 10-minute drills will force you to streamline your workflow. I still suck at them, but they're helpful. Tell me more about the 10-minute drills. I've been thinking about doing something like that. I should implement that soon, since I've been doing these streams. I think what the idea came from, I had like one of those little, what are those little minute glasses, the ones you turn around, they got the sand in them. So I was thinking about like breaking it down and like having like whatever, I think it's like a 2-minute thing. So you flip it over, you get 2 minutes, and maybe like 2 minutes to find your samples, your drums, 2 minutes to like sequence them out, and then like another 2 minutes to find sample, chop it up, whatever, you know what I mean, and like break it down like that. Importing sounds in the hype synth. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. I mean, you got the folders there. Maybe it's a possible way to drop samples in there. Well, I feel like this stream has been pretty solid. No dropouts, no overheating. Like, no, yeah. Well, you guys probably don't really care about this stuff too much. Like, I'm just talking about troubleshooting this. But okay, so I got this little, blending that with this. Let me turn it down a little bit. Let's try that. Resample this. I'm gonna turn this mic off. Hold up. One thing I don't like is that you have to, every time, whatever, I'm not gonna start complaining about stuff. Change this routing to mix, and then resample. There you go. Okay. I'm switching over to bass line. Let me get something. used to always just use the default and then just shape the waveform. I'm about to just load up a key group. I think I have. Yeah, I mean, my solution to not liking the way that I have to keep loading key groups till I find something I like is just I'm gonna have to save a group of key groups into what's it called, a template, so I have them available. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna find this one. Yeah, it's probably in here. Ignore that. Let me turn that audition off. E, F, G, I, B, C, D. This one called like Dark Bass. It's out of a Yamaha. There it is. There you go. What do we got? Dad jokes in here? What's a shark musician's favorite drug? Tune, reefer. Nice. You got some dads out there coming with the puns. Okay, so key group. What? Oh my god, what are you saying? Okay, I just click with me. To my are you dads? I mean, that's horrible to say. Why are you saying stuff like that? I mean, I hope it's a joke. I mean, I'm not even gonna repeat it. Sure they would. So I was like, So interesting. I mean, I'm not like a musician in the sense I understand music theory too much, but I understand it a little bit. And kind of one trick that I've used for a long time is if I make some chord progressions, I'll use, in order to make my bass line, I'll use the one, right? So say it's a triad chord. It's made up of 1, 3, and 5. So I use the 1 and make my bass line. So I'm feeling right now, I'm hearing that using the 3 actually sounds better for these chords as the bass line. Anyways, diminished seconds. Okay. Yeah, you're on some next level with that, Big Will. Diminished seconds. Okay. I mean, I'm familiar with the terminology, but I'm not getting at what you're saying. Are you, popcorn. Yo, I don't know what Yoda popcorn is, but you just got me in the mood to watch a movie. Yeah, I'm hitting like an hour right here. As you can see, I procrastinated. I didn't really come up with a full beat, but I'm probably gonna jump out in a second because I gotta go grocery shopping and go pick up my family. So that's probably what I'm gonna do here in a second. But like I was talking about earlier, and you guys were talking about, Brian, I wanna hear more about what you meant. I don't know if you wrote anything here about those 10-minute drills. Okay, I think you did. But yeah, that's something I'll really look at because it's been in the back of my mind and the forefront of my mind as I've been on this little streaming journey, because I want to really take it and use it as a challenge for myself. Because sometimes I've been trying to come on here and do like some tutorial stuff where I got it laid out, but when I come on here and do this beat making stuff, I have nothing like written out. So like with those tutorials, I put little bullet points, so key ideas, so I'm not just rambling around, stumbling, and trying to figure out what it is I'm talking about. But with these beat making streams, I just made a thumbnail, had an idea. That's it. Like, I'm gonna use the MPC as a sound module. Come on, and make a beat. So that's why these can just kind of like be all over the place, and like I could be on here for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. But yeah, I'm really gonna implement that now. I gotta find that little timer I have, or maybe I'll get some kind of, I think I have a kitchen timer, and maybe I'll use that. That's kind of annoying though. I'll probably just use the little thing. But yeah, Brian, you said random sample to full beat using only the sample. Look up Knock Squared. I do know Knock Squared, and I'm familiar with that somewhat. Like this, he's got like this little 7-minute things. Yeah, so I'll probably check him out, see how he does that more, just to get an idea. Stream is looking good, Big Will. Appreciate it. Templates. Yeah, I'm just going back through the chat. I'm gonna call it. I didn't actually make a full beat. I don't think so. I need those little challenges to keep myself on and help me make decisions, because that's something I need to do. But I appreciate everyone coming in here. It's all good, Cooper. Just a joke. It's all good. Music theory is a language of music, just like languages, various. But you know what? Language is a difficult thing to understand. Like try to learn a new language. I mean, anything requires a lot of discipline, especially like later in life. You gotta sit down, find a time, and be consistent. So, but anyways, this has been my stream, guys. I appreciate y'all. Knock Squared here on YouTube has 7-minute drills. He's a master level though. The rest of us do 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, 7 minutes just to make a full beat. That's wild. Yeah, I was more like thinking about I'll come up with like a little framework for it where it's like whatever length the little sand timer thing is. What do you even call those things? Whatever that is. I think it was like 2.5 to 3 minutes that I timed that it is. So I'll do that for each little thing, for each decision making thing, because sometimes it comes down to just picking the right sound. So like if it's like 2 minutes to come up with what my lead sound is or whatever, 2 minutes to find the drums, 2 minutes to come up with a chord progression that I like, 2 minutes for the lead, 2 minutes for bass line, you know, and so on, and then just break it down, and whatever that adds up to, that'll be it. I love you. I appreciate the comment. The question, yes, I love this very much. It is leagues ahead of the old SP. I had the SP-404, and yeah, you can actually make full beats with ease with this. The pattern sequencer, I've actually been using it. I didn't use it before. Just having some certain setting things like the record settings where you can see, excuse me, where you can see, so record, hold on. Just having this stuff where you can see the length, your quantization, your BPM, just that little screen with that information is very helpful. Like before with the pattern sequencer where it's just like a couple digits on the screen, you're like, what is going on? What does this even mean? I never even bothered with it. I actually like this sequencer. It's very nice, and how they've implemented the resample with it makes it actually a next level thing. And so, I mean, this has really checked the box with the things that I wanted with the other one. Like, I really enjoyed it. But having a metronome on your resample and your record is very helpful. There's some things that I quite don't understand. I don't think are possible. And I went into that with my last 2 streams where I was doing beatmaking with an external synth, MPK Mini, and then this other stream was with the Juno DS over here. So I was trying to figure out how to play stuff over here to other pads and just resample. But there's still workarounds. I think it's great. It is really great. And I'm going to be holding on to it for a while. So I like it. Playground of Sound. Honestly, write better music after I smoke a little crack. Wow, that is honest. That's pretty honest, man. I'll be honest with you. I've smoked some meth in my life and actually liked it, but then, you know, I felt like a piece of shit. So I'm glad I didn't, you know, wasn't in that world. So too much. I did it more than once. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, it was good having you in here, man. I always appreciate your presence and your encouragement and always checking up on me, man. God bless you, for real. I go for 50 minutes. Templates help with songs, for sure. Templates definitely help, for sure. That a lot of time saver with that. Like, why take steps that are redundant? Like, really, you just keep doing them over and over again. It's foolish. But some people refuse. Like, I ain't gonna use a template. Because I think people have the wrong perspective of templates. They think it's corny because it's like somehow like, I don't know. And I think I've had that mentality because when I first heard of templates, it was like, you know, you have like a DAW that has built-in templates. But no, this gives you the ability, when we're talking about templates, to create your own that suits your needs. So it doesn't have to have anything to do with sound specifically, but just technical stuff. Like, have those technical things set up so you don't have to do it every time. You're wasting your time. Time is very precious, very valuable, you know. So don't waste your time doing things you can predetermine and have ready. Templates, for real. Get on them if you're not. Hourglass, yeah, but it's not an hour. It's like a minute. I don't have an hourglass. But yeah, I wanted to say hourglass, and then I thought minute glass sounded funny. Drum rolls, yeah. I don't know if that was you. Was that you? Be a blessing, y'all. Someone asked me in the comments of a different stream if I could do a video, like a tutorial on the roll function. And if that was you, I'll let you know, man. I've been trying to figure it out myself, and what I've come across so far, I did want to talk about this, but I kind of wanted to understand a little better, because the roll function on the SP compared to like the MPC, it's not the same thing as far as my understanding goes. It's different, and I thought I had it kind of figured out how it was working, and then it would do something different. So I don't quite understand it, so I can't really make that video. Are you Leo Pocat? I think so, yeah. So I don't know, man. If it was you asking the question, someone asked it. Like, I haven't figured out the roll function on this, and it's definitely not just a note repeat. It's more like, I was thinking it was more like a looper. So like it will actually repeat it the length of a loop, and then when you like switch the roll to say when you do this, when you change it, it's not even working right now. I just quite don't understand it yet. I don't quite understand it. So I mean, I would imitate like note repeats with the old SP-404. Would you just turn on loop and then mess with the start point for your hi-hats, right? So you're like, so I don't know, roll is not working for me right now. It's not even working. But I honestly, I just don't understand it. I'm not grasping the full concept of it. And I read the manual and what it explains and stuff. And it, in a way, it does loop it. And I feel like it just loops it. And if you change it from something like roll 1/4 to 1/8, it's just cutting that loop in half. That was my thought. So. Yes, templates simplify monotonous tasks so you can focus on the music. Yeah, definitely. So for those of you who are like reluctant to templates because you think it sounds corny, you don't want to have like a cookie cutter template for music because, you know, you're like a purist and music has to come natural, that kind of thought process. Yeah, it's definitely just about the technical tasks, you know, simplifying those so you can focus on the music like you were saying. I think hourglass is just a generic term. No matter how long they last, there probably is a scientific name. Okay, for sure. All right, coming on that hour, coming up on it. So I'm going to call it. I appreciate you guys for coming in, hanging out with me, having a chat, man. I always like this little element of this, you know. It's like just kicking it with some friends, you know, making music and stuff. So I'm going to work on that timer thing for next time. So, yeah, God bless y'all. Until next time, be bold. Lift noise. All right. Peace.